Welcome to Social Viability. What we have to offer is nothing less than a remarkable jump in the standard of living for you and your family. Greater personal wealth, greater family security, greater business freedom, and much greater social prosperity. I'm going to demonstrate how you can achieve this with social viability by first illustrating how much you are being robbed by the criminals that currently run your society. I'll use the United States as an example, but it's very applicable to all Western nations and actually affects everyone on Earth, if only in general terms or through repercussions of what is happening in the West. I'm going to explain this in general social terms. How this relates to you personally is in terms of how irrevocably your personal prosperity is linked to your society's prosperity. For example, if your society goes through an economic depression, you will go through tough times. If your society breaks down altogether and stops functioning, you will be reduced to walking around on foot, hunting your own food and fashioning your own tools like a caveman. If, on the other hand, your society is technologically advanced and prosperous, you'll find it very easy to get work or start your own business, and you'll find it easy to afford those things you like to buy. If your society is being looted, you are being robbed. First of all, let's take a look at where most of the wealth is being collected in your society. It's with those that own the biggest buildings in your nearest big city. It's with those that control and issue your money, the banking and financial sector. Please understand that these people don't earn their living by providing a service. They literally make their money. Most of their wealth comes from making loans to you with money that was never legitimately theirs. They control the banking system, so when Joe Average or his business or his government wants a loan, they simply write the numbers in the appropriate bank account on the condition that that money be paid back to them with interest. So they are the wealthiest sector of society, yet they contribute zero to the standard of living of society. They don't build nice homes, they don't build transportation systems or roads, they don't develop communication systems. They punch numbers into your bank account when you want a loan. That's it. The banking system and the financial sector that surrounds it is a blatant parasite, and abolishing it would replenish massive wealth into the functioning economy. Next, there's the political sector, and politics has become an economic sector all unto itself. The amount of money that pours through the political system in terms of taxation, election campaign contributions, and political lobbying has become quite staggering. There are certain functions and services that are held by government that are reasonable and legitimate, but they come at an absurd price. If the government were to reduce its activities to just those services that society actually needs and provided those services at a reasonable cost, productive people would enjoy much greater income and lower living expenses all at the same time. Next, there's the legal system. The legal system is kind of this deformed, attached growth on the political sector. Incalculable wealth siphons through the legal system in legal proceedings and in prisoner detention as well. Most attorneys and judges have no legitimate interest in seeing justice done. Most attorneys, for example, are engaged in such depraved businesses as merely promoting legal conflict or encouraging the irresponsible and greedy to engage in civil suits or in protecting wealthy criminals. Most politicians start out as lawyers, and when they get into politics they seem to pay their dues to the legal profession by passing all of these intricate and complicated laws that necessitate the use of attorneys. Most successful business people will tell you they can't do without a team of attorneys. If an attorney was being completely honest with you, they'd probably tell you, you need to hire me to help you navigate this intricate and complicated system of laws that was erected so that you have to hire me to help you navigate it. The legal system does virtually nothing to increase your standard of living. Well, they'll tell you that they work to keep the streets safe and maintain justice in society, but at the same time they'll work to increase gun control and reduce your ability to keep the streets safe. The legal system by and large is just a burdensome expense, just a system to limit your freedom to function in business and in life, and an expense that eats into your standard of living. And lastly, the mainstream media and education systems, the source of information and inspiration for our societies. You pay for the news and entertainment media through your living expenses. The advertisers that fund these businesses pass on the cost of their marketing campaigns to you through the cost of the goods and services that they sell you. And of course you pay for the education system through taxation and also through your living expenses, since college graduates must build the cost of their student loan repayments into the goods and services that they provide to you. So essentially, at the end of the day, in this system, you are paying to be brainwashed. And brainwashed you must be if you're one of these people that's willing to put up with the scam that the Federal Reserve is running on you and your country. How else would you explain a population of people that stand by while some bankers walk in, take over, and loot all of the nation's wealth? The news media never explains how the Federal Reserve System works, and they constantly babble at you to go out and vote every time an election comes around. Meanwhile, they're trying to entertain you with their grinning politicians and bloody murders and car chases. It's a joke. And the school system does essentially the same thing, just with school children. All the while they're lowering the passing grades to hide the malfunctioning nature of their system. You tell me, does the mainstream media and school system that you pay for raise the standard of living for you and your family? Pfft, whatever. Social Viability offers an alternative to this cancerous, banker-infested system that we currently put up with. With the alternative currency, economic system, and social policy that Social Viability offers, you can enjoy a standard of living that would make most of our Western nations look hopelessly impoverished. I understand you've never known any different. It may be difficult to imagine a world without bankers, politicians, lawyers, and overpaid corrupt corporate executives, but I promise you it can exist, and I'm certain that you will prefer it to the current excuse for civilized society. Visit socialviability.com. Get a copy of my book, Social Viability, Founding Policy, and submit your membership registration. Don't fight the system, replace it.